Hello, hello. Welcome back to Make and Break, where I make things, I break things, and I make some things again. Today is the low poly N64 PS1, I don't know, whatever you want to call it day. I am going to try and make a scene with as few polygons as possible. I'm actually probably going to make it like a lot less than N64. I'm going to go really, really small. So things might look a little crunchy, and we're going to embrace that today. But it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that music, and we'll jump straight in. I'm not doing that one. Not doing that one. All right. That is dangerously quiet. Why is that so quiet? Why is that so quiet? What the heck is going on? It's like the world's quietest sound for you guys? Simo, thank you for the hydrate. Everyone take a drink of water. This is my 5th cup of water today. I'm doing great. I'm doing good on the water. I think this is just a quiet song. We're just going to let the songs get a little bit louder as we go. I don't know why this song's so quiet. I literally equalized each one by hand, so I think it just went for it. It's making you fall asleep. Good, I guess. Okay, let's do this thing. So, what are we doing? We're making ourselves a little low poly scene. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead and start with a plane. Is the cup tiny or is your hand huge? Let's see. What's a good... Here you go. Here's some glasses. I think it's a normal size glass. Right? That's pretty normal. I am a large human being. Okay. No more distractions. Did you see the axe I made in Discord? Did I? Junie, why do you need a hug? What's wrong? What's the matter? Oh, I already made a plane. Whoops. Junie, why do you need a hug? For my big hands or because something happened? There we go. That's going to be our little area to work with. Oh, Pikmin music, dude. Is it free hug day? Every day is free hug day. I'll take one. All right. All right. Everyone gets a collective hug. Here you go. Here you go. Come here. That's you. Hold on. You're my mic. You're going to be my mic. There's a hug for everybody. We're nice and close, and we're all chilling, and we're all going to hug each other. Go ahead and hug your monitor. Whoa. Junie, that's very extreme. Junie, are you okay? Do you, like, need a place to go? Do you need to, like, come over here and chill for a sec? You're welcome over. If you just need to be somewhere. All right, I'm going to get started, but I'm watching chat. So if you need something, you let me know. Oh god, it is now super loud. Got your mom's place? I get that. Well, you know, this is a safe place here, so we chill. Okay. You let me know what's going on. I don't have notifications turned on Discord, so if you need anything, I guess tell me that you've written me a private message on chat. But I'm sorry things are going bad for you. That's very scary. Okay. I am here. That is very traumatic, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a tower. Let's see. So the focus here is minimum geometry, right? We're going to try and make as little geometry as possible. So I'm actually going to start by not doing minimum geometry. I'm going to start by making bigger geometry. This song is loud as can be. Am I okay? Can you guys still hear me? I'm going to make, like, just normal geometry to begin with, and we're going to take it from there. There we go. I feel like maybe my playlist re-equalized itself. Spider, you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm not going to make the spider. I hate to tell you this, but I'm 100% not making that spider for you. So, whatever that means, I guess. All right. Junie, to the point of your brother, it might be best that your brother doesn't know. Just gonna put that out there. There ain't no way. I'm not doing that spider. Okay. The job. The whole job situation thing. If he doesn't believe it, then, like, you know, whatever. Don't let him believe it. Okay. So that, I think, is as minimum as I can do. This part right here could use some work, but I don't know how to fix this. Wait till voting rolls around? Voting's already present. You're good to vote. I'm going to ignore it. I have authority here. I'm going to ignore your vote, but you're welcome to vote. All right. So this is going to be our little tower here. And let's get going on what else we're going to do. So I had an idea for a scene starting last night. Last night I started thinking about this and I had an idea. So I'm working on that theme right now. I didn't think it all the way through, so if it looks a little bad, I don't know what to tell you. I thought about it. That's all I did. I did a little bit. Plain tower? What is plain tower? What does that mean? What is a plain tower? All right, we're gonna dissolve that, and we're gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. Pull this guy down. And we're going to make ourselves a little bit of a door. That goes in, and I'm a little bit worried about this. Oh. I think I know what you're talking about, and that is definitely messed up. Sniper, control yourself. I do have the ability to ban you, despite whatever else. Okay. What do I want to do here? You know what? I think is best to get our geometry as little as possible. I'm going to do this. And we're going to do this. And I think we're pretty golden on the polygon count. We got 74 triangles. Apparently 500 was like considered normal for the N64. So, you know, I'm going to do my best, but we'll see. So, next up, what are we doing? I kind of think it might be in our best interest if I just made this like black. I'm going to come back to this tower. We're done with the tower for now. Boom. Tower done. Easy. Boom. Going fast. Super fast. Next up, we want to do the nice and simple cylinder. So, cylinder of 6. Come on up. And by 6, I meant 3. You know what I meant. And we're going to go ahead and work on this. Sniper, you are hyper, aren't you? You doing okay? You are very hyper today. Fun fact, you can go to orthographic view, control right click, and you can make yourself a tree real fast. Just like that. There we go. Up and at 'em. We're going to go ahead and merge these at center, make ourselves a little dead tree. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a little guy right here. And I think this is going to be a pretty fast way to build a tree out of here. Although we're immediately making this into... I was trying to resist cubes, and we've made a cube. Which wasn't the idea for me. We'll use this face, I guess. We'll use a different face, and we'll go ahead and just extrude out. So let's go orthographic. Boom. And boom. You're a bit lonely? I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. Loneliness is kind of a hard thing to fix, too, you know? Like, once you start feeling lonely, it's like, okay, then what? Like, you don't just, like, go get medicine for loneliness. You have to, like, really, really work towards it. So I totally get that. Just make sure you're being civil, you know? All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop this on up here. And we'll merge at last. And this is going to be the top of the tree. I think this is going to be the biggest branch right here. I don't think that's exactly how trees work, but these are low poly trees, so who give, you know? It is what it is. Shout out to Ori and the Blind Forest for having one song that is amazing and the other songs are all right. I think it's a great game. I think it's an amazing game, but I don't know what they were doing when they wrote this song. This song is like, it carries the whole soundtrack. This is a voice of reason? No, I'm not going to do a spider. I'm sorry. You know, next time you join chat, I may or may not have an auto ban on that term. So I guess live it up while you can. All right. Oh, Kirby music. Nothing soothes the soul quite like Kirby music. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and extrude here and pop on up. And we'll call that a branch. Hey, thank you for the hydrate. Sniper, calm it down a little bit. We're doing okay. You're fine. You know what? For the sake of being really efficient, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Like, I know it's going to look a little silly, but I'm going to reuse the same vertices. There's no reason not to. If we're being hyper efficient, let's just be hyper efficient, right? So I can merge you at center. So far we're looking at 72. 72 is not a bad number to hit on this thing. But if I'm very careful, I think I can make it look a little bit better. Like that. Okay. You're also very bored? Go make something. Make something in Blender. Work on some low poly. Join the theme of the day. Nothing to get inspired and you know, feel your way around this sort of thing, right? Okay, so I'm gonna probably slide this and make myself another one, and we'll extrude. And this one's got to come down. Probably there. Part of me wants to do another one, but it's gonna be fine just like that. It's all wet outside and got nothing to do. You're a 3D modeler. You got tons to do. You got a whole world to create. You're literally in the discipline of making anything and everything you feel like. Give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to just keep using the same little bits here because I think it's going to work in our best interest. But modeling all day, I mean, that's your fault. That's your thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just spoil it for you. I'm just going to use this same tree over and over and over again. So we're not going to have a lot of creativity once this is made. We're going to be using this tree all over the place. But that's life, you know? There we go. And that is not my favorite looking vertice in the whole world, but it will have to do. There we go. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. I'm only actually going to give that one, and I think we might be done. Am I comfortable with this as a tree? It looks a little bit like a jester hat. Looks a little bit like a jester's hat. I think it needs one branch coming off the top of it. So let's do that real quick. Let's do one more, and then that's going to be a call for me. So I'm going to want to merge right here. Pop up a guy off of this. Let's go real high with it. Come on. There we go. And we're good. Okay, so that is my tree. Come on. And I think with the tree made, that looks a lot better, actually. That one branch makes a huge difference. Yes, absolutely. Cool. It's incredibly low poly. It's almost like disgustingly low poly. It's triggering all my senses. But, hey, it's fine. So, that is that. I'm going to make like a collection of these things eventually, but we'll call that it for now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that to chill for a sec. So, one more thing before I do the grand part of the show. We're going to make ourselves a piece of clover. I think clover is going to look real cool. I'm feeling the clover. Something about clover and like an old dead castle just goes together. Yeah, Discord's definitely a little bit weird with audio. Okay, so what I want to do is grab two. We're going to delete, and delete. Grab you. Yeah, just you two. Pull you out. We're going to pull it out by 2. And I'm going to pull these guys out by 2. We'll say that. I got to ask myself, is that good? You know what? Actually, I'm going to make it a 3-leaf clover. Because if I make it a 3-leaf clover, 1, it's lucky and it's charming. And 2, it's less polygons. So, like, why wouldn't I? That's literally the most perfect thing I can do. What we do want to do, though, is make it a cylinder of 6. So we're going to make a cylinder of 6, and now we're going to pop in our little guy here. So delete the faces. We got this. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. 4-leaf clovers are the lucky ones? Now, I hear what you're saying. And you're right. And I'm wrong. But 3 is a cooler number to me. I like 3. I enjoy the number 3. So I'm gonna stick with 3. Okay, there he is. Yeah, 3's wonderful. I think we can just grab this and scale, right? And I can scale by 1.5. And I can do repeat, and I can do repeat. And now I can grab each of these, and I can pull them up. Is this going to track at all? I don't know if that looks right. It looks a little bit like a biohazard symbol. Yeah, I do love me some clover. Clover is one of those things, you know? Oh, I have the object of origin set incorrectly, so we're going to... Actually, we have to do this manually. I have to do this because when I'm going to instance this in a little bit, it's going to hold on to whatever part I add. So let's just solve that problem right away and do this. There we go. Perfect. Could I have used orthographic view and made that look a lot better? Yes, I could have, but I didn't. So, too bad. Okay, so we are here with some clover. And I gotta ask myself, how big is the clover? So what are you making? I'm gonna make myself a bit of a castle scene. So the idea for me, let's say we want like that right there. That'll do. So the idea for me is I'm gonna have we're gonna probably do a shot like this. I'm probably gonna do like an isometric sort of composition with the camera. Yeah, we're going medieval. So I'm gonna do the big one right now. We're gonna do the big part of the whole shot right now, and then I'm gonna just add a bunch of details. I definitely want to like make a sword. I'm really good at making swords. I have a very big affinity towards swords. I understand swords a lot, and the idea of making a low poly sword is nice. Anybody who's watched my stream long enough knows that I've made 1,000 swords before, so no real news there. But that's what we're doing later. What's up, Beryl? Did you fix your shape key thing? Did you get that all sorted out? How'd it go? How am I doing? I'm good. I have a little bit of a headache. My head hurts a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about Junie in chat. A little bit is definitely an understatement to put that into perspective. But I'm not sure exactly what I can do at this moment in time, so I'm just sort of letting, you know, whatever happen, and we'll get back to Junie, and we'll all double check on Junie when Junie's feeling a little bit better or whatever needs to happen, you know? Can you put cracks in the wall so it looks like you bomb a secret passage will open? I could maybe. That's going to be a hard one, though. That's going to be a tough one. So, spoilers. Joe has already voted. I think a couple of people have voted already. Okay, well, Sniper has voted, but I might ignore Sniper's vote. We'll see, Sniper. So, Joe already voted for Bowser. So I'm like I'm already thinking about Bowser and how to make Bowser work in this. So I guess I could try to add cracks in the wall. I saw the carrot. We'll think about it. I mean, we'll have to think about it. I'm not set on any of them yet. We're going to see which ones win votes and stuff like that. Okay, so we got a little guy here. In fact, I kind of just want to do that, right? There's a part of me that just wants to merge. Here we go. Check this out. Merge at center. Repeat. And we got a little dude. I have not yet. I asked for help at the point where I spent more than an hour fixing the issue. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that just takes forever, right? I think that's about as good as I can hope a little hood to look. There's part of me that wants to put this down, but yeah, we're going to clip because we have two little vertices. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen, though, if I'm saying so myself. And so now the question is, what are we doing? What I want to do... Okay, so this is like the... This is the red special, right? This is what I'm known for. So let's see if this works. Let's see if this looks good. That's my little robe guy, right? Does that read? Does that look all right? You know what would do this wonders? Make a low poly setting and then put a bevel modifier on everything after you're done. And I bet that would look so good. I bet that would look amazing. Maybe we'll experiment with that. Maybe I'll do that. I think that kind of defeats the purpose, honestly, but it does sound interesting. There we go. Okay, he's got a little hood. He's just a little roby guy. He's nice. Ain't nothing to be upset about here. Palpatine? He definitely has Palpatine energy. I agree with that, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Now, a big part of the low poly setup is usually arms and stuff are detached. They detach a lot of people's arms and they animate them as like little weird armatures. That's not what I wanted. Poke. So that works out perfect for our guys because their arms aren't attached to them to begin with. So we're kind of acing this with that. Oh, I gotta make legs. Oh, goodness me. This is gonna be the hardest part of the whole build. Here we go. Let's dig in. Let's do it. Who cares, right? You only live for, on average, what, like 65 years? It's a very short amount of time to live. Might as well make all your weird sketches while you're doing it. You know what I'm thinking? Oh, I got it. I know how I'm doing this. Here we go. Check it. Check this out. This is going to be great. This is going to be so nice. Oh, I've done it. Okay, we can't zoom for some reason. There we go. Now we can zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and extrude along normals once, twice, and this guy needs to be brought back a whole bunch like that and to the side. And we're going to extrude you out back just a little bit. Wow, this is obnoxious. Let me get rid of this plane. I think this plane is catching my my zoom. I think I keep zooming in on the plane. I have Blender set up to automatically zoom in on whatever my mouse is hovering over, and I keep losing the mouse. So it's definitely a me problem, but not a problem I want to have to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to merge at center here. We're going to merge at center here. For anybody who hasn't seen these little demon guys before, they have owl legs. I've been up for 14 hours. I'm trying to think if that's normal. That sounds normal. But if you feel tired, go to bed. Pop all this down. Oh, Sonic Adventure. Let's go. Yo, this is it. This is the best looking little low poly foot I've ever made. Not that I've made any low poly feet before. This is it. Okay, cool. We're here. So what I want to do is take this guy and swivel him forward. Swivel him sideways just a little bit. Alt plus middle click to focus on an object to make the viewport controls more normal. That is huge. Thank you. Thank you very much, Simo. Simo, what the heck was up with that Lego man, by the way? What on earth was that Lego man? How did you do that? All right, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and jump on up. And that should be done for the leg. So I can grab this whole thing, shrink it down maybe just a little bit, pop him over, pop him up. Oh. It looks so good. Oh, it looks amazing. Wow, love it. Okay, we're going to call this robed figure. I can go ahead and guarantee that you're ground because you're turned off. I actually don't need to be seeing the ground at all right now. I can call this foot or feet. Let's go ahead and grab the feet, and we're going to go ahead and add a mirror modifier with the robed figure. And there he is. He's got his little feetsies sticking out. I saw the dude that Jode made and decided to make the Lego dude. Oh, I know, but it looks crazy. How did you do it? Like, the lighting, is it, like, mostly depth of field? Or, like, how on earth did you make that thing? Look at this guy. Look at this dude. This guy's great. Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead and name everything else. So we got ourselves a tree. I'm going to assume the cylinder 2 is our clover right there. Clover. This is our castle. It's not much of a castle, but whatever. We'll call it tower. You know what? We'll call it tower. It's a tower. Okay, so let's give this guy some hands. Part of me really wants to do filtering for this, but I'd have to switch it over to Unreal to do filtering, and I don't think I'm going to be streaming Unreal for a little while. Given last time I streamed it, I just like zonked out. So, you're going to have to just imagine what the filtering looks like on all of this when it's done. All right. Just simple lighting setup with 3 lights and some compositing. The compositing is definitely the part that I don't understand. That's like the big thing for me. I just tried to learn some mist passing to do like cheaty depth of field. But I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. Okay, so we're going to want a cylinder of 3. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop this guy on up. Push him on over and scale him down. Now, the question is, how do we want to do this? So when you're looking at animals, like biological animals, it's incredibly rare to find creatures that have a different number of toes than they do to fingers. You see that a lot in like sci-fi. People just kind of do whatever they want and they don't think about details, which is kind of a shame, a little bit of a shame at least. But for my own credit, this creature right here is like made up of a bunch of pieces of other stuff. Like this isn't a real thing. It's like a ghost kind of. And it just picks up like bones and muscles and stuff and puts it onto itself. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't super matter if it has the correct amount of fingers. That being said, I think I'm going to stick to 4. I'm going to go to 4. Let's do 4. Once more, 4. Took about 45 minutes to make the whole thing. That's crazy. My only credit that I can say, and mine looks infinitely worse than yours. The only credit I can say is mine took 5 minutes. I made it like faster than any speed sketch I've ever made in my life. So that's the only credit I can give myself. Oh, Ape Escape. Let's go with the Ape Escape soundtrack. Okay, so what we're going to want to do here, this one's nice and easy. You cut on down. Probably right about there, I would assume. And what we're going to do is grab, subdivide, grab, subdivide, grab, subdivide. This is not what I want to do, is it? No, this is perfect. This is actually exactly what I want to do. Yes. Subdivide just like that. Grab you, post down. Just like that. And now I can take you and do this. And we should be ready to make fingers. So I can just pull one of you down a little bit and 3 of you down a lot of it. We made ourselves a little hand. That looks a lot like Half-Life 1, which makes me really happy. That means that I'm doing this correctly. I'm going to experiment for just a second. I think this is going to look really bad. Yeah, that looks really bad. Who would have thought? I'm gonna make one more piece of geometry. I think this is gonna be a big mistake, but I'm gonna make one more piece of geometry right here. And I'm gonna dissolve these faces. No, dissolve, please. Thank you. And now I can grab that and scooch that on up. And we got him. Here he is. So let's grab each of these points and scale them out. Actually, maybe we want to scale them in. Give it that sort of dynamic cupped hand looking kind of thing. And then this guy can just get moved out a little bit. How would you hold your hand? You hold your hand like this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm standing, I'm holding my hand, my thumb cups. So what I want to do is I want to push you forward and I want to push you sideways a little bit. That might be too much. You know what? We're going to leave it like this. This is fine. I'm not going to think too hard about it. It's kind of a gross looking hand if I'm really thinking about it, which makes me think I might want to go like this. Just to give him a little bit of an articulation, just so it looks like there's some depth here. I'm having trouble kind of picturing this one. This one's definitely the hardest. I thought the feet were going to be hard. The feet were not hard at all. It has definitely come down to this guy being difficult. Sure. You know what? I'm settled. We got it. That's what he looks like. I ain't changing it. So let's go ahead and pop that arm onto a mirror. We're going to go ahead and mirror on the robed figure, and we'll pop him on up. Now, as far as texturing goes, I'm definitely a little bit worried about texturing this guy, but we'll get there when we get there. He looks a little silly. He looks a little bizarre. I think I might want to do low poly every week. I'm kind of thinking this is like a really nice like learning lesson. To think about like how few polygons you can use to make things and then come back to it and then go back to high poly and go back to low poly. Kind of think that's like a really good way to learn 3D modeling. So maybe I'll do more of this. Oh, actually. Sorry, I just screamed in the mic. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. Might get you out of the habit of using the old subdivide modifier. I'm starting to break out of the habit personally, but yeah, you're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. Does that look good? It looks weird. I kind of think it looks good. At the very least, I think it might be nice to slide this up a little bit, just so there's an articulation away from these guys, because your thumb comes way higher up on the rest of your hand than anything else. It gives it kind of a... This makes me think of Ursaring, the Pokemon Ursaring, the bear that has a moon on its neck. I don't know why it gives me that vibe, but that's the vibe I have. Okay, so this is my man. This is my low poly dude. Does he look good? I think he looks kind of good. And so far, the triangles for the whole scene are less than the amount of triangles that you're supposed to have for a single prop in N64. So I'm feeling kind of good about that. Color me a little proud of myself. So let's grab this guy and let's put him down where he belongs. So we're going to put him here. Just like that. And obviously he has to fit through this door. So we'll do a little bit of this. Maybe I'll get him closer to the castle so he's just hanging and looking out. Yeah. Look at him. He's floating off the earth. We got it. Now, let's choose a camera angle before we get anywhere else. I got to choose a camera angle. I actually have a really smart way of doing cameras now. Anybody who does camera work, Simo, you're not allowed to answer this because you're good at everything. But anybody who does cameras, check this out. You go to camera, and that's the wrong thing. You add object constraint, add track. Where's track? Track. Track. Damped track? I want to say it's called damped track. And we're going to pick the robed figure, and that's the wrong one. So it's not damped track. We want lock track. No. We want follow track. No. What have I done? There is one to click it onto the object that you want to be looking at. Is it locked track? No. We'll get back to that. I'm going to come back to that. There is a way to stick a camera so it automatically follows somebody, and when you like move it around, it'll just look at them and stare at them. So that's the goal eventually, but we don't need to worry about that right now. So next up, let's make a sword. And it's been 45 minutes and I already feel like we're done. I guess. Okay. So, what are we going to do for a sword? What I want to do... I'm going to try and make a sword the way that I normally make a sword. I'm going to make the most normal sword you've ever seen, and then I'm going to delete parts of it. We're going to see how that turns out. Color me a little bit worried about this one, but I think that's going to be in our best interest. So here's how I would normally make a sword. I would do this. Just like that. If I were a better man, I would be using the mirror modifier right now, but I am not a better man. You know, doing manual labor, I'm like, why can't I quit you? Okay. Boom. Sword. Now, what we do is we take this. We're going to pull this guy on up. Just like that. We're going to extrude this guy down just a little bit and make a handle. Can I answer which constraint you want yet? Sure, go for it. You're all blended out for the day, gonna do something else? No worries, Beryl. You live your best life. Track 2? Okay. Simo, you're very appreciated. Simo, you're very appreciated. I just am a crazy human being. Track 2. Track 2. There it is. That's not the one I clicked earlier, but it is the one that works. So sure, that'll do. So let's go ahead and pop this camera on up. Take a look again. Let's change the camera's depth of field to 30, which is pretty realistic for me. Oh, that looks great. That looks super good. Go up even more. Okay, and we're going to go forward up by it. We're going to go down and forward just a little bit. Yeah. That works. I'm going to come down maybe just a little bit more because I want it to be isometric. I do want to see the top of this tower. GZ. Let's go up. He's so small. You know you can move the camera by pressing in view tab and lock camera to view? What? Pressing in view tab camera to view. That's cool. That's a new one. Haven't experienced that one before. I'm not going to do it in this case because I don't want to get wrapped up in something that's a little off topic, but I will practice that offline. That seems huge. Huge if true. Okay, so we have ourselves a little guy. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a collection for him real quick. We're going to call this robed figure. Fitture, sure. That's the word I'm going to use. Put him on there. We got ourselves some feet. Then you can move the cam like you move in the viewport. It's easy. Just try it quick. Nope. I'm not being bullied. I believe you. I think you're right. I'm just not doing it. Okay. Bada boom. Oh, look at that camera move. We're just going to make them a little bit bigger. It's not going to make any sense for the scene, but it is going to make sense for the camera angle. So it looks pretty good there, and we'll get him to look up at the camera. Okay. So that is it for the camera. Now, let's put a bunch of clover everywhere. And I probably want to make the clover a little bit bigger if I'm being realistic here. You got to play with proportion when things are like this. So, back to the sword. Got a little sidetracked. Back to the sword. So the sword, we're going to do a little bit of this. And I'm going to go ahead and finalize this by just merging all of these guys at center. Dare I say, I think we might actually have like a finished product by the end of this. As cool as that sounds. And we probably want to take both of these and pull this out like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Now we got ourselves a sword. Nice, low poly, super weird looking sword. Part of me wants to merge this. This might look really bad. Hold on. Will this work? That actually does not look bad. Yeah. Boom. Get it on in there. Yeah, look at this. Oh, it looks like a fire, or not Fire Quest. What am I saying? Dragon Quest sword. This looks great. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to extrude down. And we probably want to go ahead and make that a lot smaller first. Bring these guys into each other. Let's make a handle. Boom, 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 boom. Got a handle. Dare I add a pommel to this? Dare I try and add a pommel to this? Dare I add a pommel to this? Man. You know what? I'm going to do it. I don't care. Who cares, right? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to dislike it? Sure. I probably will. Okay, so we're going to extrude along normals here. I can grab all of you and I can dissolve. And we can grab the bottom here and dissolve. Grab you, pull you down. And we've done it. And we've done it. We've actually made a really good looking sword, if I do say so myself. I mean, that's perfect. That's what swords look like. That actually looks real. That's not even low poly. If you lock the view and use walk navigation, you can move the camera with WASD mouse. I'm aware of that. I'm okay with where the camera is right now. I don't need to keep moving the camera right now. And as much as it might only take me like half a second, I get distracted super easily. And if I get distracted, then I'm not going to perform at my best. So that's it for the time being. That's all we're going to do with the camera for the time being. That's a perfect sword. Like, that's a good sword. I just want to turn it high poly. Like, this is it. This is a great looking sword. I already want to just like play with this. It looks like the Bigoron sword. Like, that looks so good. It's a little claymore. Yeah, we're set. We're here. I couldn't be happier with this sword. It's perfect. It kind of looks a little bit like a ninja knife. Like a one of the Ninja Turtles. I want to say it's Raphael, but maybe I'm wrong. One of the Ninja Turtles has this sword. They have the triple dagger thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop this down just a little bit. And because our camera is pretty hyper-focused, I'm going to tilt it a little bit and give it a turn. And now... Oh, that looks good. Thank you. Very appreciated. Everybody, make sure you're hydrating. Get a cup of water real quick. I'm going to pee like a monster later. I have drank so much water today. All right. There's my beautiful sword. I think, like, I'm already at the point where I'm like, we've done it. Like, I think we've done it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna fix up just a little bit. Okay, the scene is isolated. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because I think I will change the scene slightly in a little bit. But that's gonna be our scene for the most part. Oh, this looks golden. This looks super good. I am very pleased. So the composition's still good? Composition's still good. Okay, cool. So now we got to fix up the tower, and we're going to have to put some plants down. So let's do the plants right now. So first things first, we're going to weight paint. You can't weight paint if there's only one. Yeah. That's frustrating. And I know that if we were doing this logistically, the clover would be a texture paint. Like, I get that. I fully understand that. But I'm not doing that right now. Oh, man. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop, 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 pop. Get this guy all the way up, nice and big. Maybe even one more. And then I'm going to hide it. And I know it's going to be a little bit cheating. But it's got to be the way that it is. I guess I don't need to hide it. I'm just going to assume. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to assume. I'm not sure what I'm doing. But obviously you can't have this. But the weight paint depends on geometry. That's my only hassle here. So let's just go ahead and get this a little bit rounded out. There we go. Maybe pop a few more right there. There we go. That looks not half bad. I think I might want to just be a little careful of that right there. Cool. So that is our weight paint. Let's go ahead and apply it now. What I'm going to do is add object hair and do clover, and then we're going to get into materials. So let's add ourselves some hair. The hair is going to be rendered as an object. Object is, we'll start with clover. Clover's easy. The vertex group is group. The scale is 1, which is huge. Object rotation, which is off, why is it off? That's something that always confuses me. If I take the clover and I go apply rotation, like why does that not affect anything? If I move it, okay, I got it. If I rotate it by 90, that's not what I want. I want 90 here. We're good. Now I'm going to hit apply rotation, and then I'm going to do -90, and it doesn't work. Does it really matter what the ground plane has high poly count? If you were to replicate an N64 graphics, 100% you wouldn't do the foliage anyway? Exactly. That's exactly my logic. Also, it is crazy raining outside. There is a somewhat decent chance my power goes out. So, hey, shout out to my power going out. It's very possible. If it goes out, I guess I'll see you Friday. All right, so we're going to go ahead and render out these guys. We want the hair length to be 1 because we want them to be even with this guy. I love the rain. Not raining here yet, but I guess that means it's close to raining if it's raining there. Yeah. You guys lose power from heavy rain? Kind of. We lose power if our power cables get like messed up. And I live in a neighborhood where the power cables are kind of just haphazard everywhere. So like if a squirrel freaks out, we lose power. And rain is a good way to get squirrels to freak out. I'm going to add some children. You know, sometimes you just need some children in your life. That's not true. I've never wanted children in my life. There we go. And we're going to make the children a lot smaller. Let's see. Randomize size set to huge. And we're going to set that radius pretty high to like a 3. I like how that makes little patches. That's really nice looking. That looks super nice. Replace children with hobbits. I'd like to know what that looks like to you. Can you explain? Can you explain for the class? We had thunder today, which was welcome as it lowered the heat somehow. That's awesome, or somewhat. Yeah, it's been pretty hot here too, so rain is definitely appreciated. Small people with big feeties. No, I get that, but like what happens? You get pregnant and then you go to the hospital and a hobbit comes out of you? What cruel world have you manifested? Let's make that a little bit smaller. Our dead tree is going to be just a little bit smaller. All right, so there's part of me that's like, we want as few of these trees as possible. Also, can we see all of this from here? Oh, it looks great. I have a tough time tolerating children, so why not hobbits instead? No, I'm in the same boat, but like, I got to know the world building. I got to know like what you're creating here. Okay, so this particle system is our clover. The next particle system is our trees. And what we're going to do... It's going crazy outside. What the heck? Hold on. Let me go look at my house and make sure I'm like not flying in the air right now like Wizard of Oz. All right. Well, there's like tree branches and stuff down, so I guess it's officially a hurricane. That's a joke, by the way, but it's crazy out there. What the heck's going on? Okay, so we're gonna make some, or not clover. I want trees. Trees. There we go. Trees, and we're gonna use the group, and we're going to probably only put like 11 trees. I think babies are cute, but I have a suspicion it turns into a child, which I can't stand. Like, children are only cool if it's your child and you want children. Then it's like a no-go for me. Pretty much a no-go. You know, I'm just going to put you down. And we actually need to edit this because I made the exact same mistake I made on the other one, right there. And we're going to go ahead and just do a little rotate. I'm just being a catty gay right now because I'm in a mood. You are perfectly welcome, as long as you're safe. That's what I'm worried about. If you're safe, you do whatever you want, man. Your life is yours to command. Okay, boom. We got trees. Now the question is, what are we doing with these trees? They're very small. Now they're very large. Now they're normal sized. Okay, well, good. As long as everything's relatively back to normal, then good. Good to know. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and scale these guys by 1.5, and I'm going to add a randomizer to them, like that, and then I want to randomize their rotations as well, which maybe that's not necessary looking at this. Let's get one we like. Ooh, that one's pretty good. It hidden back there is kind of nice. Yeah, we'll talk the details, don't you worry. I care a lot about you, Junie. I don't want anything bad happening to you. If something crazy happens, you are welcome to come over and chill in the background while I'm streaming. And you can just hang out. There's no worries there. Okay. That's a good composition. That's a great composition. I can live with this one, and I actually think I don't care too much about the rotation. It's a little obvious. Obviously, it's a little obvious. But who cares, right? It's been an hour. We've already done this in an hour. Yeah, baby. We've done this in an hour. Okay, let's see how the voting's going. Beryl has recommended a cannon. which is kind of absurd. You all are impossible to please. You all are impossible to please. I had a good idea for Bowser. I think I'm leaning Bowser. I think I really like Bowser. So I'm gonna consider everything that somebody, whatever you guys suggest, is gonna be an addition to Bowser. So I guess use that for whatever it's worth. Okay, so I want to edit you. We're going to go ahead and pop a little intersection into here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. Are you going to make it low poly? I'm going to put it in this scene. Yeah. It's going to be a part of this. Are you joining today, Simo? You going to make some low poly stuff? You made a suggestion? A Pride Month Bowser. I was going to make Bowser look kind of bad. So if you're okay with an evil Pride Month man, sure. I don't want to besmirch Pride Month, but I can make a little mean bear of a man. I'm going to go ahead and separate my selection real quick. We're going to go to Object, grab you, copy, paste. Let's not paste yet. Undo, 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 paste. There we go. Perfect. So I've made myself a little window. Here's where Bowser's going to go. You're not sure if you will? Hey, you're free to do whatever you choose. Our Bowser's going right there. Normally, I'm a bit of a democracy kind of guy, but honestly, I just really like the idea of doing the Bowser. So I'm kind of like, and also he has a bunch of reactions, so he's gonna win. Okay, so that's our little Cinderella up here in the castle. Now the question is, Bowser is kind of hot. Words I wish I hadn't read out loud. Words I wish I hadn't read out loud. That was definitely one of them. You know what I want, actually? I got a much better idea. I've made a mistake, and I'm not going to make a mistake any longer. We're going to go ahead and make ourselves a cube real quick. And we're going to put the cube right here. This is our little hidden cube inside of this castle. Cube is right there, and the camera is going to go onto cube. So cube is your sword. I don't want that cube there, and I definitely don't want that here. Okay, so this cube is camera. Camera control. Where does Bowser rank on the attractive fictional character list? I'm digging my heels into this. Ground. So this is all the ground stuff. So we're gonna put the clover on there. We're gonna put the ground on there. We're gonna put the tree on there, and that's all we gotta do for the ground. Ground is done. Okay, so let's grab our camera, and camera is now constrained to the camera control. I concur. That's not the question. Okay, he's bae. Not as hot as Ganondorf? Ganondorf is disgusting. Ganondorf is an atrocity. Ganondorf is one of the ugliest characters ever made. Don't bully me. It's what I'm good at. There we go. There we go. That's a composition right there. That is a composition. That looks amazing. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. This is perfect. One thing that I have to do as a result of this is this. Ganon from Wind Waker is the best Ganon. He is best Ganon. I mean, no, the best Ganon is definitely the Ganon, like the Dark Beast Ganon from Breath of the Wild. Like just a big floating ghost dragon. Okay. We've done it. We've reached serendipity. We've reached serendipity. I just get to add whatever I want now. You guys got good ideas? As I snort dust into my nose. What would anybody like to see? Oh, you want to see a hole blown up in here. You want to see cute little catapults? I can make a catapult. That's going to be pretty hard, actually. Okay, so we're going to blow a hole up in here. How in the earth am I going to do that? So my goal for this, to keep in theme with N64 graphics, is I don't want to use bump mapping, and I don't want to use alpha channels. So we're going to stay... I'm actually going to render probably in the pre-render tab. We're going to do everything in the pre-render tab, I think. I think that's going to be in our best interest. So we'll stick to that. Okay, so actually, I'm looking at this tower in low-res textures. I'm going to procedurally generate the textures because I don't have the confidence in myself to like go make a texture somewhere and come back in the amount of time that I've given myself. But realistically, yes, I would be doing that, and I actually am going to use this for something. So when I eventually use this for something, I will use the real textures. Bake them into a low poly texture. I could do that. And then I just have to downres them. Prince Sidon. Junie, you are obsessed with Prince Sidon. You are obsessed. I've never heard of a stronger crush in my life. That being said, Link really should have just gone for Mipha. Like, Mipha is an absolute babe. She's like super nice, super cool to him. He should have gone for Mipha. Mipha was really the one. And she has the ability to bring him back to life because she loves him so much. Like, she's the most useful character in the game. He should have dated Sidon. You're right. He should have dated the guy who gave him the outfit that he gets into Gerudo City or whatever with. All right, boom. I made a couple little edits, and we're going to call that there. Sidon would have treated him well. You know what? I think I'm only egging you on, so feel free to continue, I guess. I'm trying to think of other characters in fantasy or fiction that really do it. Like, everybody knows Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny doesn't count. That's low-hanging fruit. They gave her pants on the new Space Jam and everyone's mad. Like, no, that doesn't count. That's not it. We're not talking about Jessica Rabbit. We're not talking about any of these simple characters. We're digging in deep. We're digging our heels in. Beast Boy? Oh no. Is Beast Boy a gay icon? Tell me Beast Boy's not a gay icon. He is such a gay character, isn't he? Beast Boy's totally gay. Oh god. I didn't realize Beast Boy's gay. I think Beast Boy might just be totally gay. Oh, I messed up. Hold on. Oh gosh, I messed up, but I can't fix it. Okay. We made a big error. I think I can fix it by doing this. And now we bring that in. Okay, sure. That'll work. We've made ourselves a tower. Let's take a look at it. That doesn't look too bad. That does not look half bad to me. Yeah, this'll do. So, what do we want? We want cute little catapults, and we want to blow a hole in this thing. And I got distracted once we said blow a hole in this thing. So now I'm back to blowing a hole in this thing. How am I going to do this? What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to blow a hole here on the front. Because if I do it anywhere else, it's going to be like pretty non-canonical, I would say. It wouldn't, like the building wouldn't be able to hold itself up if it went anywhere else. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to pop this up. I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy in half, which I'm not allowed to do for some reason. Beast Boy is gay. Wow. I can't believe I'm realizing that Beast Boy is gay. This hurts. I could not have imagined that Beast Boy had such gay energy until you said it. And now I'm like, you're right. Raven was his beard. I don't really think the Raven Beast Boy thing has any real merit. When people talk about Raven Beast Boy, I'm like, that's not real. Raven is like, Raven's asexual, first and foremost. And we all know Beast Boy is like, anyway, moving on. I'm done talking about this. All I know is when people ship the two of them together, I don't even care if the show like had a thing where it was canon or whatever. I don't care. That doesn't count. I don't stand for that. All right, what are we doing here? What I want to do is grab you and grab you. Pop a hole onto there. Pull this guy down. Pull this guy up. Then we're going to cut this guy in half. Oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that'll work. Just like that. And back. Down. Up. Back. And then that's the end of it right there. Yep, that'll work. Boom, boom, boom. Delete. There we go. We blew up a hole. We blew up a little hole in here. Does it look a little strange? I think it does look a little bit strange. Am I against it? I'm not necessarily against it. We got a double. Is my music on shuffle? It is. That's crazy. We just got two Dark Cloud themes in a row. Till the company that makes Nindroid uses Blender. What? Once more? Can you put that into terms that I can understand with monkey brain? Okay, this is a fine little blow up for a low poly. If I'm being extra careful, I think I do want to attempt to make this work. So I'm going to go ahead and just make the worst topology you've ever seen. Simo, shield your eyes. We'll do that. You know what? I'll just do a shard up here. Whatever. Yeah, are they made in Blender? Is this new knowledge? Is this a new thing? What does TIL mean? Am I an old man who doesn't understand what the internet stuff says? TIL. Honestly, when I first saw TIL, I thought too long didn't read, but obviously it doesn't stand for that. Today I learned. Aha! I mean, that makes sense. I don't think that's too weird. Oh, this thing looks great. This looks super good. I'm like stoked on this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep it like this. I hate that it's paper thin, but I think there's nothing else I really want to do with that. So we're going to do this. Okay, so we blew a hole in here. Let's make a little tiny catapult. So, catapult. How in the heck am I going to make a catapult? I'm going to try and make it all in one mesh. Here we go. Here we go. Watch me either make the worst thing you've ever seen or the best thing you've ever seen. And I'm not confident enough to tell you which one it's going to be. Okay, so we're going to do this. Start by making it normal. Just start by making it normal, and then you can do all the crazy stuff later to make it low poly. Just focus on making it normal. What the heck does a catapult look like? Hold on. Let's go take a little journey down the YouTubes. Catapult. Ignore the crack cocaine that was being recommended on the front page of Firefox. Okay. It looks a little bit more complicated than I thought it was. So let me actually download this. We're going to download this. This is going to be a WebP, and I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to feel super bad. It's a PNG. Perfect. Back to Blender. It is starting to really pour outside. So, you know, I'm just holding out. We got ourselves a little catapult here. How do we want to do this? Catapults are weird, man. They look really strange. That's not at all what I thought a catapult looked like. I'm going to draw what I think a catapult's supposed to look like as a non-engineer who got half of a physics degree but definitely shouldn't be in charge of making catapults. But I'm going to make my version of a catapult. Because I'm stubborn. And can't be bothered to make things correctly. There we go. Talking about Wind Waker, here's some Wind Waker for you. Nope, that's not what I want. I want a bridge. Please, sir. Bridge. There we go. That is the beginning of a catapult, and then we're going to make some wheels for it. I'm just going to add the wheels on after. So, what we want to add here... Wind Waker is your favorite? Huh. What is my tier list for Legend of Zelda games? Tier list for Legend of Zelda games. Skyward Sword is pretty high on the list for me. We've talked about this a lot, but when people disparage Skyward Sword, I'm like, I get it, you hate the Wiimote. I get it, right? That's fine. It's a perfectly valid opinion, but like, come on. It ain't that big. It's a Wiimote. It's not that big. Skyward Sword's probably not the first. Twilight Princess is really good. I know that's like old hack, and I know everybody says that, but like, Twilight Princess is good, and it deserves to be good. Haven't played Skyward Sword. It is a wild game. It has definitely like the most like world building out of any Legend of Zelda game. There is the ancient cistern in Skyward Sword, and anybody who says they hate Skyward Sword, I'm like, okay, so we're just not going to talk about the ancient cistern. Like we're not gonna talk about that because it's good. It's very good. Okay, here we go. I think Sonic Adventure 2 might be my favorite Zelda game. I think it was really ambitious that they took a different direction with the game and they let you raise chows. It was kind of strange, kind of out of the normal category for Zelda games. The ancient cistern, like a thing that you store water in. But Ancient Sister is good too. I do like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and dissolve this. What? What? Why did it do that? That was strange. No, we'll do it just like this. This will be fine. We're going to merge at last. Copy. 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 And we can go ahead and take this and this, and we can edge slide those guys on up. And now I can take it upon myself to extrude or make a little thing in there. And now I can push it down. All right. T is trying to make sure that we are all very well hydrated and that we don't die today. So I'm going to waterlog myself. I am almost out of water at this point. So good on you. Okay, cool. So I have myself what I think is a all right catapult. A decent catapult. Not a great catapult. Not my favorite catapult, but a decent catapult. Is the geometry a little high on it? I kind of think it is a little bad. Hey, more Wind Waker. Wow. Speak of the devil, and the devil shows his face. Oh, sweet devil. Hello, devil. Okay, boom. I mean, that's a catapult. That's a fine catapult. You know what would make the catapult better? I think we probably could do lower poly on this guy. Let's try grabbing this and merging at center. Right. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I think that's actually going to track super well. Wind Waker music is so nice. It is. It's definitely like one of the better soundtracks. Breath of the Wild probably has the worst soundtrack. You know what? If we're going extra crazy, I'm thinking about it now. Let's just dissolve you. Who cares, right? Low poly, right? We're going low poly. Let's do it. This guy should also be skinnier, but it is what it is. Skyrim soundtrack is nice. I don't think I agree with that. I think I'm going to say no to that. Now, the Fall Guys soundtrack. I ain't the first one or the last one or the first time of me saying that. That looks better. Much better. Scale this guy down. Push him up. Push him up. Okay. That is a little baby catapult. If I look at it orthographic, this guy comes down. He does not need to be this far back. And now I'm going to attempt to fix the polys. You know what? I think I don't care too much about the polys. Like, maybe that's the point of this whole day and everything, but like, if I take this and I dissolve these polys into each other and try to make triangles out of them, it's not visually going to make a difference. And visuals are what we're going for, right? Like, this is a visual thing. I'm not actually trying to make the lowest poly thing I can make. I'm trying to, like, replicate the style. So I think I don't care that much. I'm not going to bust myself over it. I'm going to do this, though. It's going to save us at least a few polys. And now I ask myself, do I want to do it to the front? I think it'll look kind of good. I think this is actually unstable. Why does this look bad? Why doesn't that not just make the normal... Okay, sure, I'll just do it again. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. This one, I just got lucky with one of them. That's what I have to do. There we go. Better. So that is the front of it, and now the back of it, and then I think we're done. I'm going to add wheels. Oh, I should add wheels. Goodness me. I didn't think about wheels. I didn't think about adding wheels to this thing. Okay, better idea. Switch this around. Check this out. We're going to go all the way. Go all the way. We need to go down. It'd go down, though. We're going down with this. And then we're not going to go down on this because that's where the wheel plugs in. And then this part can come down. And we're looking great. Yeah, this is perfect. How will they move without wheels? They're going to have wheels. They have wheels. We're getting there. All right. Yeah, this is acceptable. This is acceptable. We can live with this. What the heck are we listening to? What is this? This is such a scary, quiet song. Let me turn this up a little bit. This is from Castlevania. I don't remember adding this to my playlist. So that's news to me. So here's a Castlevania song that came out of nowhere. Maybe this playlist is magic and just updating itself automatically. That would be kind of cool. Save me a lot of hassle. I'm going to do a hexagon of 6. Pop this guy on up. Give him a 90 degree. And we're going. There's part of me that wants to put the wheel all the way through, but that's like such a dumb idea and wouldn't accomplish anything anyway. So instead, we're going to do it like this. Just like this. Just super nice, super easy. Little tiny wheel. And, you know, theoretically, I could try and put a little spoke that comes out of this. But honestly, if I get it close enough, it doesn't matter. Who cares, right? There we go. And now I think we want to do one thing real quick, and that's we're going to edit this. We're going to grab it. We're going to scooch it back a little bit. I'm going to go back into object mode. We're going to scooch it back forward. Make sure we line up that edge right there. And now we take you and we put a mirror on it. And the mirror is going to be onto catapult, which has ended up in ground because I don't know how to select my collections correctly, which has totally ruined me. You can go away. Okay, we're in the correct scene. We're here, and this is catapult. Bada boom. This is gonna be called catapult wheel or cata wheel, because I don't think we have to worry about cataclysm in this one. And we're gonna go ahead and put on catapult. Boom. We've made it. We've done a catapult. I think we just want to use some auto smoothing, honestly. Keep things really rigid looking like that. Maybe we'll up this by 60. Oh, that actually looks really decent. Sure, cool. Problem solved. Okay, so that's a catapult, done. Catapult over. What else? What else do we want to see in this? What's next? I'm kind of thinking about a shield, although I think a shield is a little bit boring. It's kind of a cop-out. Like, a shield is like already a low poly object. There we go. We got a little catapult. Oh, that looks great. That looks so good. A spike wall? Hold on. You've inspired me. Do you know what we need? You know what we need? You know what we need? We need a cauldron up here full of hot tar. Because when, you know, the like warriors of castles would go out and fight wars, they would leave people behind with hot vats of tar to pour on people who are coming into their house. We're gonna make a vat of tar real quick. That's 100% what I'm doing. Hold on. Let's make some tar. So we're going to go ahead and jump back to this, here to here. And this one should be real easy, I think. Scoot you on down. Bring you real close to the grain. It gets a little bit smaller and then a little bit bigger. So boom. This is a good song. I must have like been in like a fever dream when I added this to the playlist. It's such a good song though. I'm like bopping. I feel it. Okay, there is a cauldron. Let's go ahead and inset it one time. Pop you on up to make that ridge, and then we're going to inset it one more time. Sure, that will do. Is that a halfway decent looking cauldron? Can I afford more polygons? That's the real question. I mean, what I really want to do is this. And now it's like such a good looking cauldron. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That's I paid the price. I did an extra little vertice. Who cares? I'm already defeating the purpose of this whole thing, but we're thinking. We're thinking out loud and we're doing great stuff and we're making cool things happen. So here is our little jar of tar. And it'll go right there. Oh, perfect. Let's push it back just a little bit on a GY. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, cool. Now that I'm looking at this, these kind of look like crystals. And I don't think that's exactly the vibe we're going for. So let me fix this. The jar of tar was nasty. It would melt metal to the skin of people caught in it. I mean, that's what you get for invading somebody's home. That's your fault. Don't go to war if you can't handle the tar. Honestly, more power to him. I'm just going to attempt a couple of weird stuff. I don't love that this looks the way it does. There's something really strange about the way this looks. It doesn't look real. It looks a little too like it looks a little too like Disney villain for me. Like there's like unnecessary spikes and you're asking yourself like who would make this? And I can't answer that. I don't know what the answer to that is. Man, I don't know if I can do any better. I think that's how it's got to look. We'll come back to it. We'll think about it for a little bit. Next up. What was I asked for? We were asked for a spike wall. What is a spike wall? What in the world is a spike wall? I'm looking it up. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and type in medieval spike wall. Oh, like a punji, like punji sticks. Oh, this is going to be a hard one to do in low poly. That's a good one, though. This is good. This is good. This is really good. After this, I'm going to focus on doing materials because we're going to run out of time real fast. Okay, so it's just spikes going back and forward with a brace going over them. Okay, got it. We're here. We're back. So, spike wall. Nice and easy. We're going to go ahead and make ourselves a cylinder. Bring you up. No, I don't want that. I want a cube. Cube comes up. You know, it might be better. Let's use different geometry. We've been using a lot of different types of shapes, and I think that sort of confusing design language might be to our benefit. So I'm going to stay confusing. We're going to go ahead and extrude along normals here. We're going to merge at center. And let's see what we have here. That's a stick. That's a little pungy stick right there. Perfect. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is copy it, bring you over, get you real close on there. Actually, if I overlap them a little bit, it'll even look a little bit less weird. I think it'll look a lot better. So now I grab you. I'm going to rotate you by probably 30 degrees. Sure, whatever. Same difference. You're going to be negative 30 degrees. You need to come over a little bit. Not half bad. And now we're going to take these two and we're going to join them together. And we're going to call these spikes. Yeah, that'll be spikes. Sure. Spikes works. And now we go and we add ourselves an array. And the array needs to be here at 0. And in fact, I might do 0.9 so we have even more overlap between them. 1, 2, 3. Hey. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty solid. I can't say that looks half bad. I'm pretty pleased with that one. We're jamming on the Kirby music too. Now, the object of origin is messed up. So we're going to do that. And next up, we're going to add... You know what would really sell it? I think we want to use a cylinder of 3. This is going to be very specific. I'm going to do this very carefully. I'm just conjuring my Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the Punji Pit. That's how I'm making this. I'm thinking of that. We're going to want negative 90. Yeah, perfect. Scale you down. Ugh. I was obsessed with this song as a kid. This song is Kirby's Air Ride when you are in city trial mode and you get the rowdy tank and everybody has like max battery at all times and you're just zooming around the map. You have no control over your vehicle whatsoever. There was something about that like absolute insanity that I was like very into as a kid. I just felt very connected to. Always been chaotic. There we go. It looks a little weird with them clipping like this. Part of me thinks let's do... That actually looks a lot better. That actually looks a lot better. Cool, we'll do that. Sure. And I'm going to add a mirror modifier and put it around the stick or spikes. Hold on. There we go. Now we've done it. Okay, boom. Perfect. Now we're going to add you, and you are spike holder? Sure, why not? That's what I'm going to call you. You should make a few copies of the spike walls and litter them around like fortifications. Sure, I can do that. That's probably not the worst thing in the world. Let me material them first, though, before we get too caught up in details. So, actually, I want the spikes over here. Spikes go over here with a bit of a rotation like that. Let's grab both of these guys real quick. Let's scooch them on back. Make sure that they look good in the camera. That looks great. That looks great. That looks super good in the camera. Absolutely. Now we're doing it. Okay. This is not a bad scene. Amazing what you can get done in 2 hours when you're not trying to make things look good. Okay. Now the arms are going to be a little tough to pull off because I'm not using the arms are going to be hard to pull off because I'm not using alpha channels. And without an alpha channel, I can't really get the same arm effect that I normally do. So we're just going to kind of use the power of imagination on that one. So that's probably a little closer to what I want, I think. We added 4 polygons, but whatever. Okay, and I look at the scene, and I say, that's a pretty good looking shot. That is Instagram worthy right there. Now I need him to look up. So let's grab you, and let's move your head on up, which is going to be kind of a problem. Should have thought about this maybe a little bit more before I got to this part. Will this work? Moment of truth. It does work. It does work. Okay, cool. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. And now we look at the camera, and he's kind of looking at us. Let's give him a little bit of a... little bit of that. A little bit of a quirk to him. Kind of want to make him wave. Should he wave? He should definitely be waving. He's like a good guy. Oh, and his legs aren't showing. We got to put his legs forward too. Let's do that. Let me get out of edit mode. Let's grab his feet. Let's pull them forward a little bit. And rotate them. I'm going to rotate them 45 degrees, which is too much. I want to do like a negative 15. You know what? I'm just going to do it manually. Whatever. I want the legs showing. I worked hard on these legs. I want them showing. There we go. Much better. Now we're going to apply the mirror modifier on the hand. I'm going to grab the hands. We're going to separate by loose parts. I got this guy, and this guy is just going to do a little wave. We got to set the origin to geometry. Just like that. Got kind of a Baby Yoda vibe going on here, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I want to make him look maybe a little bit scarier, but the wave is going to sell it, I think. Him waving is very sweet, very cute. There we go. Oh, I love it. Okay. Great, 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 great. I'm a little bit scared about the speed sketch today. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at the channel. Oh, and somebody posted in 3D, so I'm going to jump back on that later. Okay, now what? Now what are we doing? Let's do materials. Here we go. Moment of truth. Let's do some materials. I kind of dread this. I should have done this the whole time. I should have been giving myself some work, but oh well. Okay, so what I want is really simple materials, and I kind of want to use like an edge detection, like soft edges. So I might copy some color blocks. Let me try this for just a second. We're going to call this robes. We're going to pop on a layer weight. Where are you at? Layer weight. Facing. That's not what I wanted. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. I don't exactly remember how to do this. What do I want? You want edge detection, which is probably a bevel. Oh, it's an isolated bevel. Yes. You take a bevel. Here we go. I know how to do it. You put a bevel on. You super exaggerate the edges of things. Oh, it's not going to work for low poly, is it? Okay, well, never mind. We can't do edge detection stuff, at least not with the tools that I am aware of. Not the stuff that I am able to do. That's a pretty good looking robe, I would argue. So we're going to do that. Add some sheen tint. And that's probably all I want to do. Why are you trying to do edge detection? I was trying to simulate the idea that somebody painted a texture onto him. Like the crease of the clothing and stuff like that. But yes, I think it might be a little grandiose for what we're actually up to. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get off of this with no specular, full roughness. Actually, a little bit of specular might do it. Transmission. Transmission is a weird one. I don't know how I feel about transmission in retro graphics, but I'm going to stick with it for the time being. We're going to call you arms. I'm going to call you arms. I'm going to apply rotation to these two. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is add a color ramp, and I want to add a gradient. And I want to add a object node. Now, one of these colors has to be cyan. One of these colors has to be purple. Like that kind of purple is perfect. And now, oh, that's not the worst looking thing I've ever seen. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's a little on the nose for me. So what I think I want to do is I want to like really lower this. We want to get really, really fancy. Yeah, there weren't transmissions in N64. I mean, that's fine. We've taken some spoofs on this, and I can't say I'm that disappointed with what we're doing. Why is this doing nothing? Oh, there we go. There we go. That is about as good as I can hope for the hands. I understand that it's the opposite. I understand that the purple is on the fingertips and the blue is on the fingertips. He's a magical being. I don't care. You think I care about that? Because I don't. I'm going to do the same thing here. We're just going to call that arms. Because I can't be bothered to make a new substance for that. Oh, we're jamming. Okay, this guy, I feel confident about this one. I feel very confident about this one. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do color ramp. Wait, what? It's not what I thought I was doing. You, not that. You. We're going to grab you. We're going to go ahead and grab a light greenish brown. Right about there. We're going to grab a dark brown. Right about there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do layer weight on this. And we're going to do facing. And now each face should be a different one, and we can blend a little bit less. Huh. Now that's confusing. Now isn't that a little bit confusing? What might sell it just a little bit more is a Musgrave. Okay, now we're getting into some high density sort of stuff. I'm going to do a Musgrave with like a 1. And We're going to keep these guys really close together. 0.4. You are going to be 0.3, and you're going to be 0.4. Let's go the other way around. I want this. There we go. 0.6. And now we ask ourselves, are we going to add anything else? Detail is going to be 1. Dimension's going to be 10. Scale is going to be a lot smaller. And now we can take this back a little bit. Okay. We've goofed it up just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Those will be my logs. Sure, why not? I'm going to call this wood. That's wood. And this, hey, guess what? It's wood. Hey, you got even more Wind Waker, by the way. Guess what? You're going to be wood. Oh, it looks bad. Have we gone too low poly? The answer is obviously yes. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't want this being like this, though. So we're going to call this catapult, and the catapult is going to be this color right here. The wheels can also be that color. Why not? That looks real bad. This is going to be catapult wheels. If I'm using solid color blocks, it would be a lot easier to UV this with using like an atlas or something. An atlas being a master file. So I'm willing to kind of say that this is fine. Definitely pushing it a little bit. I'm also getting to the point where I kind of need to pee. Thanks to all that water. So I'm getting a little uncomfortable. So I might take this opportunity to go to the bathroom real quick. But I kind of don't... I'm like in a mood right now. You know, I'm like feeling it. You know what? No, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to give you a BRB and I'm turning my mic off. That is too bad. I went and I'm done. Fastest pier in the West, man. See my hair going crazy on the side here? Okay, we're back. So let's get to the crazier stuff. Let's get to the more interesting objects here and start getting some stuff together. With what little time I have left, I want to work on this guy's face. So that's the last thing I want to do. Hey, Balksy. Now, you're going to make me hydrate after I just peed? All right. If that's what you want, that's what we're here for. Cheers. That's true, I guess. I'm gonna like burst from hydration. Okay, so we're making ourselves a bit of a nice looking sword. Pretty good looking sword here. What I want to do is not use metallic because they didn't have metallics. I'm going to not use any of this stuff. I'm actually going to simulate. Here we go. Go darker. Go less saturated. And I'm going to simulate reflections. This is a really common thing that they did back in the day. So I'm going to call this blade. And we're going to go ahead and go into edit mode real quick. I'm going to grab you. We're going to go into slot number 2 and assign and make you wood. There we go. Back to object mode, and we're back to here. I know that they're not made out of wood, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's make a reflection real quick. Here's how we're going to do that. I'm going to use a wave texture set to, come back, set to this with a color ramp. My brain's overclocking. Actually, I had a pretty strong headache at the beginning of the day, and it's virtually gone right now. You think overstimulating yourself with a bunch of 3D stuff would make your headache worse, but I guess that's not the case right now for some reason. So, we're going to do this. Z. I want Z, I think. Yep, Z it is. We're going to make this real big, say 3. And I'm going to get real close to this guy. Actually, I want it bigger than that. I want it way bigger than that. That's probably going to be about right. We're going to up that distortion a huge amount. And that is my attempt at making a fake little bit of shine. So I'm going to make it white. And we're going to add that blue. So a little bit more on the saturated side. And a little bit lighter. And actually, I probably want to take this and make it way darker. Like that. And there's always a little bit of that weird brown color in a shine, like reflecting sunlight or something. I'm not sure what it is. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, does that look like a shine? Looks all right. Looks good enough for my purposes. I might up the detail a little bit and make it scaled down. And then we're going to up the distortion maybe just a little bit more and say that that looks all right. I hate that. That looks bad. That looks a little bad. There we go. That's better. Cool. Okay. Sword is done. Next up, we want the cauldron. Ooh, cauldron, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to grab blade. We're going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to bring this back a little bit more. We're going to double it. We're going to remove the second slot. We are good on the second slot. Now, what we want to do is probably scale this thing even less, like that. Give it a really dark, undersaturated purple, like 0.075. Go even darker. Let's just copy that color a bunch of times. And I'll keep the white on the end there. The white still needs to be dark, though, like that. Okay, so now we can go 0.04. And now we can go, like, basically black. And I think we don't want this. That doesn't look too good. Color me not in love with this one. Color me not in love with this one. Humma. Part of me thinks maybe it would be better if it was copper. What a song. What a song. That actually looks a little bit better as far as I'm concerned. That looks a little bit better. It's not great. I still think it has some problems, but that looks fine. That's an okay cauldron for me. The tip of this guy, right here, we're going to go into edit mode, please. Grab you. We're going to assign you to this. And this is going to be an emissive of a bright bubbling green. There we go. And we'll call you Magic Potion. There we go. That ain't half bad looking. How much time do I have? I have 30 minutes. I can nail this. We can do 30 minutes, no problem. Okay, let's plug out the easy ones. So first thing first, we want to grab the Clover. Pop you on. We're going to call you Clover. Clover's nice and easy. All you want to do is add a color ramp. And we're going to grab 2 greens. We're going to grab a dark green. Like that. We're going to grab a light lush green. Like that. Maybe that's a little too much. There we go. Maybe a little bit more saturated than that. Perfect. Okay, that's going to be our greens. And now I'm going to go ahead and add an object randomize. And now we should have a bunch of random little pieces of clover with a bunch of different colors to them. It probably isn't in the worst interest if I move this up to 0.5 and I add a yellow clover. So I'm going to add a yellow clover. Right there. Boom. Clover done. Okay, cool. Next up is the trees. The trees, I think we're just going to give them wood. I think we're just going to give the exact same wood texture that we've been using. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They probably should look a little bit more dead than that, but I'm not worried. I'm not at all worried. We're working on a time limit, and I'm working on the time limit, and working on the time limit, and we're working on a time limit. Anyway, we're going to call this ground. Ground. If I was better at 3D modeling, I would try to make like a Ghibli texture and then filter the heck out of it and make like a really lo-fi, vibey forest floor. I can picture what it looks like. I can't picture how to do it, so I'm not doing it. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and just simulate a bit of an forest floor using some color blocking and maybe a soft Vernoy with a wave on top of it. I think that might get the idea across for us. So here's the idea. We're going to pop in a Vernoy. Probably here. Welcome back, Beryl. How did your break from 3D modeling go? Everything you wanted and more? Smooth to F1. Ooh, excellent. Excellent. Let's make this a little bit darker. 0.1. And we're going to up the scale of this guy to 15. And now I'm going to break it up with a noise texture. Actually, before I do that, what does this look like? Looks kind of nice. Looks kind of bad. Okay, so maybe we don't need the noise texture. Hold on. Let's try a mix RGB. Pop you in. Pop you down. Let's do an add. Add 100%. No, I don't love that. We're going to keep it like this. And we'll pop on up to a new texture, a noise with some distortion. And I think we might do linear light. Good, I just got a I really want to work on X thing moment. What's the X? What did you want to work on? Tell the class. Let's hear it. You're going to sculpt? All right. I value that. I like a good sculpt. We'll say 0.3 is there. The roughness needs to be maximized. The specular needs to be dropped down to basically 0. Oh, I don't hate this whatsoever. Like, in no way do I think this is great. I'm not trying to say that this is my best work, that I love this, love this, love this. I've learned a lot though. I feel really strong about this. This is good. Let's lower that distortion just a little bit. And maybe we go up on the scale by just a little bit. And if I look through the camera, I can't be upset about that. I'll show it on Discord when I feel good about it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, this will be our castle. And how many? I got 13 minutes left, or 23 minutes left. Not half bad. Feeling really strong. Feeling super, super, super strong. Now, the question remains, what are we going to do here? I'm going to add a brick texture. Nope, I don't want brick. I want checker. Brick is a little too fancy for what we're doing. A checker is going to do the solution for us. I'm going to add a object. It's not quite what I thought was going to happen when I added the object. Let's go ahead and add scale to this thing. Scale. What? Sure, that'll work. And then I'll scale this guy down. Okay, sure, that's fine, I guess. And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna add 2 color ramps. And we're gonna keep them in grayscale. So for the most part, I want you to be like this color. And I want you to be like this color. And a little bit of a brighter white. Maybe a little bit of an undertone of green on it. Like that. That's too much green. Right. Come on. There. That goes to 1. You know what? That is way too dark. We're going to pop you up to here. And then you're going to be the dark one. So you're 0.05, and you're going to go just tangentially straight to like a sage green. Like a real dark, low saturation green. That's perfect. Pop you on up, and then we're going to go ahead and mess these guys up and get them looking crazy. I kind of don't love the way this looks the more I'm looking at it. I think we might want to make a change, but I'll make that change once we get there. Okay, so this is here, that is there, and finally, but last but not least, we got this. How does that look? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. So maybe we do actually want to use the brick texture. I kind of think the checker texture might be outdated and might not be useful anymore, given how often it just gets like completely blown out by the brick texture. I think there's an argument to be said with like the brick texture or the checker texture is easier for you to wrap your brain around, which it is for sure. But like, I don't think that makes it good. Also, what the heck? Why are we doing this? Maybe I want to... Oh, I see. Oh, that was the problem before with the checker texture. My bad. My bad. I didn't realize. Okay. Well, too bad. We're going to have to come back from it anyway. Perfect. It's not perfect at all. It actually looks kind of gross, but it looks a little better than what we were working with before. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this. I'm going to go ahead and tilt this. Like that. You probably need to unwrap it or use UV texture coordinates. I mean, we're just shotgunning this thing, honestly. We're just going for it at this point. I'm already like almost out of time, so I'm just kind of living my best life. The top is terrible. But like, what else are we gonna do? Actually, I see how to fix this. We want to do an X rotation by 90. That didn't work nearly as much as I expected it to, but sure. And last but not least, let's throw the mortar size down to 0.01, get it real small. And I should desaturate all of this down quite a bit. So desaturate you. That's fine. And then we're going to desaturate you to 0.3. Mario 64 uses textures derived from IRL photographs. It does. I've seen some weird shots of Mario 64 that are kind of regrettable. Like, some of the stuff they got away with taking assets from is really weird. CQDK, what's up? Surprised you're here so late. What'd you have going on today? Usually the first one in. Okay. This will do just fine. And we're going to pop on a texture for this, and this is going to be called our wood floor. I was early, but I left. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. I had those interesting CDs full of textures that all the game studios used. Did you? Where did you get them? How did you get a hold of those things? Seymour, are you like 40 years old? There we go. They? I missed something. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just do a little quick wooden floor. Nothing too crazy. A little bit of a wood floor right here. And a little bit of a wood floor right here. The more I look at this, the more I hate the way this tower looks. Everything else actually looks really good. Actually looks perfect. Oh, I'm confused. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna. I don't even understand that comment at all. So I'm just gonna not think about it. So the question is, what kind of textures are we gonna use? Avernoy actually stands to be a really strong choice here. Check this out. Watch as I fail everything. Say Flumph. Say Flumph as much as you need to. That is it. That's how I should have done it the first time. Absolutely, that's it. And what I want is... Actually, I could just use like these weird pebbles. Hold on. Let's do two of them real quick and compare them. If I get this really close... Oh no, those are circles. Whereas if I do this... Yeah, that's a lot better looking. Cool. Okay, never mind. We're going to go ahead and just grab ourselves a dark gray, and we're going to do another dark gray. This one's going to have a little undertone of green on it and be a little bit darker. Look at that. Let's do an F2 and see what F2 does to this. No, we want an F1 for sure. I don't even know what F2 is used for. F2 is always like insanity. How's are you gonna make a Flumph? How's your Flumph coming along? Let's do 0.07. There we go. Can't hate on this. Can't hate on this. The one thing I hate is this, which I kind of think I want to do wood floors. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, perfect. You're not sure about the Flumph colors? I think cyan and green are definitely strong contenders. I think red, purple, white is a good color combination. I'd probably stick to one of those two myself, but I mean, it's your creation. You do whatever you want with it. Okay, so we've been asked once to grab this and make a copy and paste and put it somewhere else. Let's grab that and pop that on over here. Do a little bit of a turn on it so it's not copying the homework of its neighbor. And say that that ain't half bad. Red and white makes me think of you, so Flumph. I mean, that's fair. I know you used to have a nickname for me. Would you like to share the nickname with everybody? My old nickname? Okay, that's not a bad looking composition. Oh, that's so cool that you can whistle. Can you not whistle? I'm sorry if you can't whistle. I love whistling. All right, real quick. Yeah, you used to call me Polar Bear. There we go. We have it. We've come full circle. Real quick, if you guys can put a bunch of emotes or ASCII symbols in chat and show me what kind of face you want this guy to have. Because I'm going to make a face former right now. And I have very little time. You also can't whistle. Wow. So I listen to Andrew Bird. I'm a big fan of Andrew Bird as a musician. And Andrew Bird is an exceptional whistler. And every time I grew up listening to him, I did what I could to learn how to whistle. I felt very compelled by it. What the heck am I looking at? Okay, I kind of like the tongue out. You all can't whistle? Since when did I have a chat full of people who can't whistle? I gotta rethink this whole streaming thing, honestly. Let's go ahead and show you what I'm working on because I realized I didn't change the screen over. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and pop on a little thing here. And okay, so far we have the tongue sticking out face, which is a strong contender. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit lighter. Actually, I think I might add a little bit of a purple to this. This is a nice color. And then we're going to add a black, and we're going to go down real small, like a 10. Oh, look at that perfect straight line. I did that freehand. You are one of the only ones I know that can whistle. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? You don't know anybody who can whistle? There ain't no way. That's a perfect looking tongue right there. You know what? Let's use a straight line. Oh, I can't go down. I can go sideways straight. I can't go down straight. Is this the song from the game where you collect mana? It is indeed. This is Crystal Chronicles. A very important game in my life. I actually had a really weirdly manipulative thing happen to me once to this game. Here's a fun story. I lived with some people who were not the coolest people in the world to live with. I'll put it that way. And it was a boyfriend and a girlfriend. I was in a relationship, and then the people that we were living with were also in a relationship. Um, and the girlfriend was the girlfriend of the guy, you know, the girlfriend that wasn't my girlfriend, was like a huge gamer, like super into gaming, which is cool. And we like got along to some degree because of it, but we didn't get along too well. And at one point she was like, "Hey, have you guys heard of Crystal Chronicles?" And I was like, "Yeah, I played it a lot when I was a kid." And she's like, "Oh, okay. I'd love to play it." And I was like, "Oh, I'd love to play it too, but it's like such a hassle to like get a hold of." And she's like, "Yeah, it definitely is." And then we didn't talk about it at all. Like it was not a thing. And like a month later, she shows up and she has bought like four four what am I talking about? Four Game Boys, because you need to play it with a Game Boy. Use Game Boys to play the game with. She bought four Game Boys and these adapters to plug the Game Boys into the console, the GameCube. And she did all this sort of stuff. She bought the game used and all this sort of stuff. And so she's like, "Let's play it." It's like, okay. So we sat down and we played it. It looks like a face from Nick Jr. It's got pretty good energy, doesn't it? So we played the game for one time, and we played for a long time. We played for like 4 hours. And she was like, "Okay, I can't wait to play again." And everybody who was there was like, "Yeah, we can't wait either." And then life got in the way and we just did what we did. And out of nowhere, she just blew up. She got so mad because she had paid all this money for this thing and she wanted us to like have a thing. And, you know, nobody asked her to buy it. But yeah, she was very angry. She was very upset about it. And then we stopped playing video games together. It was really weird. It was a really strange situation. So shout out to her wherever she is right now. Who knows, right? Let's resize the canvas. I'm gonna double the size of this canvas. Actually, I'm not gonna double it. I'm gonna go 400. People are weird. Yeah, I think people just get it set in their mind that they're being nice. Like, I am doing something nice right now, so you owe me. And it's like, no. Like, even if I asked you to do this, even if I like went out of my way and I'm like, "Please, please, please buy this Game Boy, whatever, I still don't owe you anything. But it wasn't even that. Some people are nice for selfish reasons. Those people are not nice as they think they are. Absolutely. That's not the point of being nice. Absolutely. I don't know if she knew she was being nice or not. I think she just like really wanted to play, and she just kind of didn't care whatever the means were. Real quick, I'm gonna ruin this. I actually kind of really like this face. I'm kind of happy I pulled this off. I'm gonna kind of ruin it. I'm gonna ruin it real quick here. I'm gonna ruin it. I'm gonna make it goth, because you know, we all got a little soft spot for goths. Actually, we should do a mirror on this, right? Yeah, perfect. Nope, terrible. Okay, never mind. So let's go ahead and export this. I'm going to UV it real quick, and then we're done. Okay, you get to see my back catalog here. Oops, wasn't supposed to show you this. We'll call this little dude's face. Little face. Don't ruin your favorite face. I won't ruin your favorite face. Is this the next emote on Twitch? Are we gonna keep this as an emote on Twitch? Maybe I'll upload it. And by Twitch, I mean the Discord. Okay, I officially have 5 minutes. We can nail this. We can nail this for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll save this. Why not? We'll save it. Okay. So we got the robes. Now let's go ahead and grab just the face. Just you. Slot 2. Assign. We can pop back out of there. Get into here. Add an image texture. Right there. And we're going to open it. And it's going to be little face. .exr. Why did it export as an EXR file? Hold on. Let me redo that. I need to redo that picture. It made itself an EXR, which I've never used before. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me either. All right. Come back. Let's go ahead and... Oh, it made an... Whoa, that's weird. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Get rid of that. We're deleting that file. That's a strange file. It doesn't even, like, import back into Krita correctly. Okay, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. It's going to be 2 seconds, and then we're going to be good. We're going to export this as a JPEG, and it's going to be called Lil Face. And we got it. And now I'm out. 1. I'm back. I'm back. I did it. I did it. I'm fast. I'm fast as can be. There we go. We got it as a JPEG. So let's go to our UVs. Ah, this soundtrack is amazing. Is this going to work? It is going to work. Yeah, baby. What I want to do is scale this guy up. Make sure we're checking what we're doing. You actually did it? Yeah, you have little doubt. Of course I did it. I'm great. I'm great at this stuff. Okay, so we've made the Nightmare World. What about Bowser? We're getting to Bowser. He's next. All right, so let's do a little bit of a rotation on here. What is that, 45 degrees? That is, it's 45 degrees. Perfect. Okay, and now we're going to scale it in. And we're going to bring it down and scale it up. Oh, it didn't do it correctly. Why not? What? Here's some more Fall Guys for you. What am I not understanding? So that's upside down. So that's right side up. Well, I've really messed this guy up. I've done something very strange to him. Okay, let's get back to this rendered view. And we'll come back to you. We'll squash you down just a little bit. Bring you down. And we should be... It looks so strange. It has such a weird energy to it. It definitely doesn't look great. I don't think I have a way of making it look great, though. I think if I squish it down, it might actually look a little bit better. Nope, we want to do it like this. That looks a lot better. Will it repeat? Will it catch the tongue again? Okay, we're just about to hit the repeat on the tongue. So I'm going to put it just sideways a little bit and we're done. Looks kind of cute and derpy. I mean, that's the vibe, right? Okay, so last but not least, we got him. Oh, he's great. Look at him in the camera. Specular to nothing. Roughness to max. He's like too dark. He's like really dark. He's hard to look at. But all is well, I guess. If I could add like a contrast here, I would definitely add a contrast. Let's see. Bright contrast. Nope, I think he's got to be what he is because we're out of time. Okay, so let's save that. I couldn't be more pleased. I couldn't be more pleased with this. This is great. This feels great. I'm stoked, man. Dare I say I've done it. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. I'm going to let the music chill out for just a second. And then I'm going to get to the speed sketch. So goodbye to the first part of the video.